Indian Oceans have a famine. Okay, then this next tech is actually huge. 15. In fact, 15 and everything is a really big one. Shockwave's internal conflicts have ended. Congratulations to them. And I have to give credit to this guy. He has been around a long time. Now watch as he dies. And Luanda is just built up. Good. So now I want to try and push as far along here as I can. I can actually get all the way to that. I think I'd feel safer with one of these. Because this one Mali could try to attack me if they chose. And people could come in from behind. While here, wouldn't have that problem. And I could get adjacency to Castile and Peru. This gets me closer to America, though. We're going to go there. It's unlikely that Mali will try anything. Where is it? This is only barely closer. We'll go Peru. Much safer. Backing onto Wasteland. Visionaga must have 20% of the total power in a trade node where you have at least 10%. I currently have 6% in Bengal where I have 0. Why are you telling me about Bengal? Surely Visionaga itself for Coromandel is the important one. So, one thing I was considering, and I'm not entirely sure I want to do this, is building marketplaces out here. Doesn't even say how much of a bonus that will give. Trade power is a thing. It's not a lot. Maldives would be a better spot. Oh yeah, trade power in Andamans is terrible. In fact, both of them. And you'll just double. I don't know. It's just best if I build a bunch more light ships. You're not pirating. Get back to work. Right, election. Did I want to re-elect this guy? Considering I'm at 100%, yes. Factories, crap. We'll re-elect him once. While a number of technical innovations during the course of the 16th and 17th centuries have increased the output of production for some products such as iron or cloth to an extent, the biggest improvements in the field of productions come from the form of new forms of organization. By creating many factories, often outside the city limits, merchant capitalists can both bypass the ancient guild laws that prevent mass production in principle, as well as pioneer ways to increase production through the organization and specialization of labor in one place. Cool. It spawned in Marrakesh. Interesting. Wow, the Mamluks are going to get it fast. Which means it's in Africa, which means it's going to spread really quickly to me if I had any manufactories. Interesting. Well, let's do all the technologies. Let's make sure that we have upgraded our unit types to the new model unit. So, let's compare these. South African musketeers are all-out offence. They have no defensive capabilities at all. The East African musketeers have the most resistance to morale shock, but no real manpower bonuses or negatives. I like the fact that they have the most morale though, and again, I'm not intending to boost my morale really, so that's a good option. Mutapa has bought Trankapar from Vijayanagar. Mutapa. Wow, okay. Bought their own trade company. I guess it is legit. It's overseas. Alright. Coldest period of the Little Ice Age. Price of grain, livestock, wine and fish has dropped, which is going to hurt me. However, the salt and fur has gone up. That's not helpful. That's really not helpful. Ouch! Also that. Ow. Word of our talented shipbuilders and naval systems has spread throughout the known world, and a foreign prince has asked for a tour of our docks to speak with our men. Gain prestige. I'm actually getting a lot of prestige. Okay. I really do want to do this trade conflict. I now have two things I want to buy. And money for neither. Especially as the war reparations are going to last for another 2 years only. I thought at that point I could go straight after Mutapa again. Let's just take a quick look. Do I have more trade power in any coastal areas? I actually have quite a lot in Gujarat. And Aden. Who's big in Gujarat? Sindh. So Sindh I could manufacture a trade conflict against. If I could reach it properly. And probably Ajarad. Have you built any more ships for me? I mean, have you just built any more ships? You have 14 light ships. And you have quite a few as well. You know what? A war against Ajuran would not be off the cards. I'm going to build you a spy network. I'm going to stop Vijayanagara. Because I need to have more light ships to go after them, and I need to have more ships full stop to go after Pasai. Pasai and Kaima are rivals, that's really good. Because hopefully that's going to draw them into conflict, and I suspect that Kaima has ships. Although I'd really rather you didn't steal them all. Not a huge number. Yeah, see, I would have to state the Maldives to show off whether they can be, show off the capital cost. I'll take the prestige hit, not stability. Almost there. Is Ajuran here? They are, but not very strong. No, this would definitely have to be an Aden, so what I'm going to need to do is get you to protect trade in the Gulf of Aden right now. And that should probably be about 4%, hopefully, touch wood. And if that gets us to 10%, then fantastic. 10%. Boom! Trade conflict on its way. And yeah, pirating coasts, which I can do again. Oh, hold your horses. Oh no, 52. I can raid like one province, Pate. Which means I can probably do these guys. And Portugal. Or Mutapa could come after me. This is also possible. Well, okay. It's actually a good thing that I cancelled your going. Oh, what are you going for? Antankara. Which is over here. Oh, good luck with that. Right, let's go and turn maintenance off. Let's pull you back. Slow down, because they are going to try and land. That's for sure. Let's go and hide the transports away. You go and privateer Coromandel again. And we're going to extend, damn it, all those loans until you can arrive over here. How did you catch me? Well, you have a lot of transports for me to steal, so it's not the end of the world. You sank 2, that's it. And he brought Chokwe into the war. Fine. So I basically just need to keep an eye on my coastlines to see if they try to land any troops. And then hit them from sea. He has a flagship, so you might be able to steal it. How do you know that? Oh, they're landing. 69% combat efficiency against 19 transports. They will land on the 3rd of June. You have 2 months. Man, it takes a long time. And I will suicide my transports into these guys if they try and reinforce. Because I don't want them fighting my warships when my warships are not full strength. Though 74% strength is pretty good. You do need an admiral. That is an excellent admiral. Romano Cimeriti, you are hired. Speaking of admirals, I am at this point going to... I don't want to... No. I must admit, I am very curious to see how a pirate king works. But I like republics. I like that I can keep electing people. My maritime tradition is not high enough to really do anything with it. Right, suicide you to go and stop them. Because we're going to be stealing a bunch of transports here. And they ran away. So you will run below. Thank you. 2 more transports down. Did I capture any? I didn't capture any. Oh, man. And there goes the artist. He was in my employ for an extremely long time. And he ran away again. Morale hit when losing a ship, reduced even further. Excellent. Oh, he's departed once more. Oh, he was probably going to try and reinforce. Meanwhile, off the coast, my ships just continue to repair. Oh, crap. I have 1 ship that was almost dead. And is in combat, is being shot, is about to be sunk. 3. Will he survive? Yes, he will, somehow. Stole 14 transports. God, I love this ability. And while we're here, may as well raid their coast, right? It's all about adding the insult to the injuries. Well, let's get some repairs done. I'm probably just split that ship off, to be quite honest. And we'll use these to continue hunting down their navy, although I suspect at this point their navy's just going to be hiding and whimpering somewhere. Yep. They're hiding here. And we're up to 22 transports now. Kind of wish I could get some more useful ships for Liz privateers. You mean I haven't been doing this already? You what? Embargo efficiency and even more piracy. I mean privateering efficiency. Go on then, if you insist. And in fact, as you're repairing there, I'm just going to stick you in the main port area. Bring you back down here. And you're going to be repairing because you're going to be off the coast anyway. And then this way, we're blockading them, and that blockade is then going to be causing them war exhaustion, which is going to make them want to get out of this war. But we are on a bit of a ticking timer. Actually, let's set up what we want from this. I would like all of your money, which is actually more than previously, and also war reps. There we go. My demands are simple. However, I am once again really tempted to build my own flagship. Movement on and off ships, obviously. Durability, because it kind of sucked when he sank. Fleet naval tradition from battles, maybe? Movement, maybe? I don't particularly want to pay the extra half a ducat for the mortars. Engagement width, not huge. Neither's morale. Just more cannons, just make him super, super bangy. Or else the movement. Unfortunately, that is actually just movement and not maneuver. Or the monthly chance of Admiral skill gain, especially if we do go for Pirate King, then that could be quite useful. Because then we can just have the Pirate King on board the ship, commanding it. And if we go Captain... yeah, if we go for the Captains, both the Reform and the Ability, then that could be quite good. Actually, incidentally, what's the Captain's ability here? More privateer efficiency. Not sure we need that. I think the Articles of Agreement is still the strongest choice, just because of the Republican tradition. Although, if there's not an election for an admiral, then I may not necessarily need that. And what if there is no admiral to elect? I'm just going to double check the dev diary about this. I want to understand exactly how this thing works. Because I'm really tempted to try it. Pirate Republic dev diary. Here we go. Pirate King. Rulers rule for life. On ruler death, your most skilled admiral becomes the new ruler. +1 naval leader fire. Doesn't say how the stats are determined, though. What did I end up naming the flagship? I haven't actually built it. But probably the Flying Dutchman. Shall I just try it? I'm going to save it just in case, but then I think I'm just going to flip the switch. Oh, except that's going to result in 20%, no, 10% corruption. I still haven't paid off this bit. I kind of wanted to avoid corruption while we have no money. Ah, sod it, you only live once. Pirate King! Frequent elections no longer being viable. So I could only take consolidation of power, which just gives more absolutism. Interesting. So yeah, we do not have elections anymore. So the Articles of Agreement with the Republican tradition are also kind of pointless. Because Republican tradition still goes up 1.5 a year. And in fact will still go up by 1 a year, even without Articles of Agreement. Oh, except for the Buccaneers being in power. No, we do want this. Yeah, we do want the Articles of Agreement, because if we get the captains in power, which is what I want to do, so that we can get some better fightiness. Boom. Then our admirals are now going to be kind of amazing. And we are no longer a pirate... Oh, I thought that would change its name, but it didn't. But we have Pirate Prince Romano Timeti now. Captains have taken over. It was supposed to change the name, but it didn't. And this guy is really old. So I wasn't expecting him to kick around for very long. Anyway, war score is still rising. We can get another 19, which is actually going to get it to 29 war score. Which is going to be pretty good. When is Chokwe going to peace out? Not for a while. Right, speed 4 it is. We just sit back and relax now. Serbia's disbanded. I mean, we could go and do the hit and runs up in Partey, and that's why we were talking about getting a flagship, but we would have to pay for said flagship. And that's something I don't particularly want to do. A new pirate prince. Still a 552. And apparently that counts as a new cult. I think that's just because the month ticked over. That's true. I don't get to pick cults as frequently anymore. We're still going to go for the domestic monies. Cultural unrest. Try and negotiate with them. So, War goal, yeah, we're just going to have to wait. Mali and Portugal arrivals. Lots of people seem to be choosing Portugal as a rival, which is quite nice. Portugal showing discontent, however, is not very nice. Don't do that. Kelang's now producing stuff. Aachen, the price of cloth, wool and dyes has increased due to uniform regulations. Is this another ship stealing war? This is actually the war that they declared and are losing badly. And we did steal a bunch of ships, yes. All of our brand spanking new transports were built courtesy of Matapa. Unfortunately, their main combat fleet is hiding away in Sofala. So I think what I'm going to need to do is grab... In fact, all I actually need are 3 transports. I don't need the rest. And then we'll just split out 2 infantry like we did last time. 3, technically. And then send them up to Partey to go and drop out there. We are about to take a loan, though, so this war is already costing me. Ah. And so it begins. Hit and run, hit and run, hit and run. No sign of their armies yet. Half of their army seems pretty content to sit there in the south, which is kind of sucky. Or else they're having trouble because of the British colony, but I don't think so. Christian mission. No. Go away. I don't want to have to deal with reconverting that province. Bengal and Vijay are rivals. Okay, now their army's heading north. I don't know where the other half of it is, though. There they are. One more, then I think we'll need to withdraw. How did you get exiled? Just going across there? Vijay declared war on Bahmanis. See, this would have been an excellent opportunity to go after Vijay. Speed 3 because this requires intricate timing. Off we go. No! Usually they ignore impending threats of people disembarking. Usually. So hopefully they all head north to go and re-siege all of this. And there's quite a lot of stuff up there, so that's going to take them a while. But this is going to be a risk. Let's make sure we have all of the heavies present here. Select the ships. Not the transports. Everyone else. Improvements in naval technology. I will take the tech. And we can get another idea. So this is another military idea. Do I want to go up to Mil 16? Whoops. I don't think that 16 is a very big one. And basically everyone else in this area is already 15, so I think I'm good just holding. So sure, go ahead and get me improved rams. Not very used in the short term, but we're going to be leading to better leader fire. And what's my naval tradition now? 18. See, because I'm not trading, I'm really struggling to increase that.